I'm Dr. Clayton. We're talking about getting rid of your anxiety. Anxiety is not something that happens randomly to you. It's something that we create by thinking certain things in our brain. This video series is about how to think so that your brain can have less anxiety and more confidence. So how do people create their own anxiety? There are three basic ways. The first way is if you imagine doing something and then something bad happening as a result. For example, if you imagine talking to someone and them not liking you or rejecting you in some way or something like that, your brain is naturally going to create anxiety. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. That means your brain is working perfectly. You gave it anxiety-producing thinking, and it, being a good brain, produced anxiety. The key is not to think in an anxiety-producing way and then somehow not get anxiety. The key is to think in a more effective, action-oriented way. The second way people create anxiety is to imagine doing an activity and then failing. For example, if you imagine having to take a test and then the test is too hard or you're not prepared and you fail, your brain is going to create anxiety. Again, not because there's something wrong with you, but because your brain works perfectly. The third way people make their own anxiety is a little bit more subtle. If you imagine yourself not even being able to try the activity, that's also going to create anxiety. I see this a lot with competitive athletes. For example, a diver who, when I say imagine diving, she's not even able to imagine diving. She just sees the board and she's like, no, I couldn't possibly do that. If you have that kind of thinking, again, your brain is going to create anxiety, not because there's something wrong with you, but because your brain works perfectly. In summary, the key is not to think anxiety-producing thoughts and then somehow magically not have anxiety. The key is to take control of your thinking so that your brain can produce confidence instead of anxiety. We're going to be talking about the next few videos. Stay tuned.